When you think of nuns, do you imagine quiet convents, strict vows, and lives devoted to prayer? The truth is far more intriguing. Some nuns don't live in convents while others have left their vows behind. A few have made history, breaking barriers as scientists, inventors, and activists. Beneath this serene image lie untold stories of struggles, financial challenges, and acts of quiet rebellion, revealing a reality far more complex than many assume. What really happens behind the veil? The answers could change your entire perspective. But what happens when the image of peaceful devotion clashes with hidden stories of systemic struggles and dark secrets? Prepare to uncover the haunting history of the Magdalene Laundries. The Magdalene Laundries, established by Catholic orders between the 1830s and the late 20th century, were originally meant to offer shelter to vulnerable women, including unwed mothers and those in poverty. Yet survivor accounts reveal a much harsher reality: places with rigid rules, isolating practices, and extensive unpaid labor carried out under difficult conditions. Mary Merritt, a survivor, recalled working long hours in silence, cut off from the outside world. Many women spent years in these grueling circumstances, with families often unaware of what was happening behind closed doors. This troubling legacy was not limited to Ireland. Similar institutions operated in Canada, the United States, and Australia, exposing systemic injustices across multiple regions. Survivor testimonies have sparked public apologies and compensation efforts, though critical questions about accountability and how to prevent such abuses remain unanswered. The history of the Magdalene Laundries serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked authority and the importance of protecting the vulnerable. How does uncovering the hidden history of the Magdalene Laundries shape your understanding of these institutions? Share your thoughts in the comments. As we explore these systemic challenges, an even darker question arises: what happens when power is misused and those in need of protection are left voiceless? Reports of mistreatment of nuns by clergy have cast a spotlight on the power dynamics within religious institutions. Allegations of inappropriate behavior underscore the urgent need for oversight and reforms to ensure accountability and protect vulnerable individuals. These issues have surfaced in multiple regions worldwide, revealing the need to examine their broader impact. For instance, a nun from Africa shared her experience of feeling helpless in the face of inappropriate behavior, highlighting the vulnerabilities that exist within these institutions. In the year 2019, Pope Francis publicly acknowledged these reports, emphasizing the necessity of addressing them thoroughly. Subsequent investigations, including one conducted in the year 2020, further stressed the urgency of systemic reforms to safeguard the Church's most vulnerable members. Survivors often face challenges such as trauma, social stigma, and fear of retaliation, but many have shown incredible courage in advocating for meaningful change. To rebuild trust, the Church must focus on implementing measures like greater oversight, transparency, and enhanced support systems for those affected. As the Church grapples with these allegations and the pressing need for reform, another critical question arises: what happens when trust is not only tested by actions of faith but also by financial scandal? Cases of financial mismanagement involving religious figures, including nuns, have sparked debates about the necessity of transparency and accountability in handling institutional funds. While such instances are rare, they can significantly erode trust among donors, communities, and beneficiaries who depend on these resources. In California, Sisters Mary Margaret Kruper and Lana Chang were convicted of embezzling more than $500,000 from a Catholic school. These funds, originally intended for tuition and facility improvements, were reportedly diverted to cover personal expenses, including recreational activities. Both individuals cited personal struggles and inadequate financial oversight as factors contributing to their actions, leaving the community feeling betrayed. Similarly, in Italy, a nun was found guilty in the year 2019 of misappropriating over €1 million intended for charitable work, instead spending the money on personal luxury items. These scandals raised serious concerns and presented challenges to the missions of the involved organizations. Experts point out that weak financial oversight can be a recurring issue in some religious institutions, where large sums of money are sometimes managed without external audits. The repercussions often include reduced donor confidence, fewer contributions, and harm to vulnerable communities relying on these funds. In response, some dioceses have implemented stricter financial protocols, such as regular audits and independent third-party oversight, to restore trust. However, questions remain about whether these measures are enough to prevent future issues. Beyond financial scandals lies an even more intimate challenge: the human heart. What happens when deeply held vows are tested by the sheer force of raw emotion? Before diving into that, I have a quick 10-second request. If you're enjoying this journey, please hit the notification bell and subscribe to this channel. Your support helps immensely, and I promise to make every effort to make this show even better for you. Deal? When faith intertwines with human emotion, unique and profound challenges can emerge. For those in religious life, such as nuns, the deeply personal vow to devote one's heart entirely to God can sometimes lead to moments of profound inner reflection and unexpected decisions. Sister Barbara's story provides a striking example. After spending 2 decades in the convent, she formed a deep emotional connection with another clergy member. Following years of contemplation and seeking spiritual guidance, she made the difficult decision to leave religious life. She chose a new path, one that included marriage and a redefined understanding of her faith. Her journey highlights the intricate balance between devotion and deeply human experiences. Such stories are not as rare as one might think. Studies indicate that personal relationships and external influences, such as the effects of modern culture, can lead individuals to reevaluate their religious commitments. The process of leaving religious life is deeply personal, often involving years of reflection and consultation with the Church. For some, it marks a departure from tradition, while for others, it signifies a step toward personal growth. The emotional outcomes vary. Some find a renewed sense of purpose, while others experience a bittersweet sense of loss. These stories illustrate the nuanced interplay of faith, tradition, and the complexities of the human experience. For many, breaking vows represents the beginning of a transformative journey. But what does life truly look like after stepping away from the convent? In some cases, nuns make the deeply personal decision to leave the convent. This process, called the dispensation of vows, involves careful reflection, counseling, and approval from religious leaders. The Second Vatican Council of the 1960s introduced reforms that encouraged a more contemporary approach to faith, prompting some religious individuals to reevaluate their roles within their communities. While many nuns adapted their responsibilities to align with these changes, others chose new paths that reflected their personal growth and values. Life after leaving the convent often brings both challenges and opportunities. Adjusting to financial realities, acquiring new skills, or adapting to a different social environment can be daunting. Yet many former nuns discover fulfillment in new careers, building families, or contributing to their communities in innovative ways. For example, Sister Helen found a fresh purpose after spending 15 years in the convent. She began working as a counselor supporting survivors of domestic violence, explaining, "I didn't abandon my faith, I simply found a new way to live it." Leaving the convent represents more than a physical shift, it is an emotional and spiritual transformation. It raises significant questions about how religious communities can honor tradition while addressing the evolving needs of their members and offering support to those who choose different paths. As nuns transition to life beyond the convent, they challenge not only personal traditions but also redefine what it means to live a life of faith. Modern nuns are redefining traditional views by blending faith with professional and community service. For instance, Sister Mary Joseph in Chicago runs a bakery that supports local homeless shelters, while Sister Nora Nash advocates for ethical corporate practices. These women often live outside convents, wear everyday clothing, and work in fields such as teaching, nursing, social work, and entrepreneurship. They show that spirituality can thrive through active engagement in today's world. Many nuns have also earned recognition for groundbreaking academic research in areas like education, social sciences, and environmental advocacy. For example, Sister Kathleen, a sociologist, gained acclaim for her study on community-based rehabilitation programs. Their faith-driven efforts create a profound and positive impact on society. By engaging directly with the world, modern nuns are reshaping how people view religious life. They prove that tradition and innovation can coexist to address today's challenges. What other extraordinary contributions could they bring to society in the years to come? Yet, their story doesn't end with redefining roles. What groundbreaking achievements remain hidden within these evolving identities? Nuns are often associated with quiet prayer, but many have made groundbreaking contributions in fields like technology, medicine, and activism. Sister Mary Kenneth Keller, the first woman in the United States to earn a PhD in computer science during the 1960s, helped develop BASIC, a programming language that made computers more accessible to the public. Her pioneering work laid the foundation for innovations like personal computers and smartphones. At 82 years old, Sister Megan Rice courageously brought attention to nuclear disarmament through her activism, emphasizing the urgent need for peace. Her fearless dedication to justice demonstrated the sacrifices often required to fight for a better world. In the field of medicine, Sister Mary Cordata Moran designed a bed for patients in body casts, greatly improving their care, while Sister Mary Celine Finn's mathematical formulas continue to advance scientific research. Sister Marian Kopp's compassionate work with leprosy patients in Hawaii set new standards for treatment and care. These extraordinary women show that faith can inspire innovation, problem-solving, and justice. Their stories challenge the notion that faith and science are incompatible, proving instead that spirituality can drive transformative action. Today, nuns may be revolutionizing fields like climate change and artificial intelligence, continuing their tradition of impactful contributions. What has surprised you most about nuns so far? Share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear your take on these remarkable stories. From laboratories to protest lines, these women have shown that faith can be a powerful force for change. How have nuns become modern champions of justice? Nuns are often seen as quiet figures of faith, but history reveals their active roles in advancing social justice. In the year 2024, several convents were recognized for their impactful contributions. In New York, nuns supported survivors of human trafficking by creating safe spaces, providing counseling, and advocating for stronger protections. In the Philippines, they championed fair wages and better working conditions for farmers, influencing positive changes in labor policies. Environmental advocacy has also been a focus. A Brazilian convent took action to help reforest the Amazon, planting trees and encouraging sustainable practices. Such efforts often come with challenges. Sister Joan from Ireland faced significant obstacles while advocating for housing rights but remained resolute, saying, "The need for justice is greater than fear." These women's activism is deeply rooted in spiritual purpose and a commitment to service. As Sister Maria explained, faith is not just about prayer, it's about action. Their work reshapes perceptions of nuns, portraying them as leaders in justice and equality, and inspires hope for a brighter future. As they fight for justice, many nuns also find comfort and expression in a different domain: art. How does creativity become a sacred reflection of faith and humanity? Art serves as a profound expression of faith and fulfillment for many nuns, allowing them to convey spirituality and emotions that words alone cannot capture. Through painting, music, and writing, they deepen their connection to faith while inspiring those around them. The year 2024 exhibition Sacred Strokes highlighted the creative talents of nuns from around the world. Among them was Sister Claire, an abstract artist in her 70s, whose vibrant paintings reflect themes of faith and humanity's interconnectedness. She described feeling spiritually guided as she created her works. Sister Regina, a pianist and composer, draws inspiration from daily prayer, with her music bringing peace and reflection to church and community gatherings. In rural Ireland, Sister Bridget writes poetry exploring loss and hope, sharing her verses to uplift and heal those in need. For these nuns, art is more than a creative outlet. It is prayer, meditation, and a bridge between the sacred and secular. Their creations fulfill personal journeys while inspiring unity and healing within their communities. Sister Claire's artwork has boosted her confidence, making her a cherished parish teacher, while Sister Regina's music brings together people of all faiths. Yet artistry is just one dimension of their diverse talents. Behind the scenes, what academic pursuits are redefining the image of nuns as intellectual powerhouses? Behind convent walls, nuns pursue advanced degrees in research in theology, education, and social sciences, defying stereotypes while working to better the world. Sister Catherine, holding a PhD in educational psychology, developed trauma-informed teaching methods now used in schools across the United States. Her approach blends faith and education to aid children's healing. Sister Bernadette, a theologian, published a study on interfaith dialogue that fosters peace and highlights shared values between religions. Balancing academics with convent duties is challenging. Sister Catherine recalled early mornings and tight schedules. Yet these women find fulfillment in serving both faith and society through knowledge. Their achievements, often unacknowledged, create lasting change, from reshaping classrooms to promoting global religious harmony. These efforts hint at the potential of nuns to lead in fields like science and medicine. Their academic pursuits embody change, but how are nuns adapting to the digital age and leveraging technology to further their mission? Nuns in the 21st century face unique challenges as they balance tradition with modern realities. Using smartphones and social media, they spread hope, connect with younger generations, and raise awareness about faith in innovative ways. Convents now use digital tools for fundraising and security, while some nuns tackle pressing issues like human trafficking and climate change, providing safe havens, advocating for sustainable policies, and organizing cleanup efforts. Closer to home, declining numbers have led to creative collaborations with lay people and expanded vocational roles. Many nuns also advocate for greater recognition and leadership within the Catholic Church, honoring tradition while pushing for progress. Despite these challenges, they remain resilient and innovative, leveraging modern tools to carry out their mission of faith and service. Amid these adaptations, some nuns still embrace ancient practices. What wisdom can be found in a life of near total silence, and how does it deepen their connection to the divine? Contemplative nuns live by a profound vow of silence, sometimes going days, weeks, or even years without speaking. For orders like the Carthusians, silence is a spiritual practice that deepens their connection to God. These nuns only speak when absolutely necessary, such as during a weekly group walk, spending the rest of their time in prayer, work, and reflection. Silence doesn't mean isolation. Many nuns use this stillness to foster connections by writing letters or emails and offering spiritual guidance. Some convents include speaking rooms for essential communication. By embracing quiet, these women strive to hear God's voice more clearly and strengthen their understanding of His will. Scientific studies affirm the benefits of prolonged silence, linking it to reduced stress, improved focus, and greater well-being. While adjusting to this life can be difficult, many nuns find peace and purpose in their quiet routines. As one nun explained, silence isn't emptiness, it's full of God's presence. Far from austere, their silent lives allow for deep engagement with the world, offering counsel, supporting causes, and making a meaningful impact. Could you imagine living in near total silence? How might it change your perspective? Stay tuned to learn how nuns are addressing today's challenges. But silence is just one part of their spiritual journey. Could the laughter of nuns be as profound as their prayers? When you think of nuns, you might imagine solemn faces deep in prayer. But many nuns also possess a remarkable sense of humor. Through entertaining videos and comedy shows, they prove that laughter is universal. Sister Helena Burns, famously known as the Media Nun, shares humorous content about convent life on social media. Her witty TikTok videos have garnered millions of views, while her clever one-liners on Twitter delight followers worldwide. In Ireland, a group of nuns has become YouTube sensations with uplifting singing, dancing, and lighthearted comedy skits, including a challenge video that has over 1 million views. Sister Nancy Murray, the sibling of actor Bill Murray, performs comedic shows across the globe, blending humor and education to tell the inspiring stories of saints. These nuns' humor reveals their humanity, showing they are not only women of faith but also relatable individuals who embrace the joy of laughter. Their ability to connect with younger audiences breaks stereotypes, spreading positivity and inspiration in ways few would expect. There's so much more to uncover about the secret lives of nuns. Don't miss out. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to stay updated. Some nuns are redefining purpose and style through their clothing choices. While the classic black and white habit holds deep historical and spiritual significance, not all nuns wear it. Many choose attire influenced by their cultural surroundings. In India, nuns often wear saris, blending faith with tradition, while in Africa, brightly patterned fabrics honor local customs and reflect modesty. These adaptations beautifully merge faith with culture. Some orders, such as California's Sisters of the Valley, take a more unconventional approach. Known for growing and selling legal hemp products to support charitable initiatives, their flowing dresses and veils resemble habits, but represent a modern mission of promoting natural healing. Even traditional habits have seen artistic touches. Renowned designer Yves Saint Laurent once created elegant designs for French nuns. A few nuns have even become fashion icons. Sister Corita Kent, a pop art pioneer of the 1960s, expressed bold creativity through her art and personal style, balancing her roles as a nun and an artist. For nuns, clothing symbolizes humility, culture, and faith, blending their spiritual mission with individuality and creativity. While some redefine style, others draw from ancient traditions to heal. What unique role do nuns play in combining spiritual and medical practices? In some convents, ancient healing rituals blend with modern medicine to create unique approaches to care. A study published in the year 2024 by the Journal of Medical Anthropology revealed that some nuns integrate herbal remedies, energy work, and prayer into their practices, drawing from centuries-old community traditions. For instance, Sister Agatha in Italy describes these methods as a spiritual complement to modern medicine, inspired by her grandmother's teachings about plants. In rural Brazil, nuns prepare herbal teas and poultices to help villagers who lack access to conventional healthcare. These methods are valued not only for providing physical comfort but also for offering emotional and spiritual relief. While these practices stem from compassion, they are not without controversy. Dr. Elena Morales acknowledges their cultural importance but emphasizes the need for evidence-based approaches to ensure safety. Sister Agatha explains that the goal is not to replace medical professionals but to fill gaps in healthcare services where resources are scarce. The future of these traditions remains uncertain. Will the Church embrace them as part of modern medicine, or will they quietly persist as acts of support for underserved communities? If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video.